Hey, big shout out to Madam Sin. Thanks for showing the Zodiac label. I've got a copy of She's a Mod by Ray Columbus and the Invaders. I just tried to find it, but I'm not one that's ever, categorised my records. I sort of know in my autistic brain where they are, but now I'm getting a bit senile, added to the autistic spectrum thing. It's sort of not working today. But yeah, so I have a beautiful, my one and only Zodiac She's a Mod, Ray Columbus and the Invaders, Kiwis, and it was a #1 hit in Australia. Excellent. It was a, just like, it was a full-on Beatles copy, but really, 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 really good. So I'll show some Aussie singles. I've got to get them out of their plastic because they do shine a bit. Oh, I can't be bothered. Early in the Morning, the Purple Hearts. On the wonderful Sunshine label. Probably about 1966. The Decimal Currency, 1966. See that? The Decimal Currency Conversion Table. So this is 66. This is where we went from pounds, shillings and pence, LSD, to the mighty buck. Yeah, Lobby Lloyd was in this band. He was also on the next one I'm going to show. Lobby Lloyd, of course, notoriously famous guitar player from Australia. I actually went to a party out at Watson's Bay, a posh part of the eastern suburbs of Sydney, back in the 70s. And there was this guitar sitting in the corner, and I just asked the woman that lived there, I said, "Oh, who owns the guitar?" She said, "Oh, that's my ex-husband's guitar." And she said, "He's Lobby Lloyd." I went, "Lobby Lloyd? Wow." Yeah, he's famous. Talking about the Sharps, Paul, Lobby Lloyd was in a band called the Coloured Balls. They were like a Sharpie band, and that was the band, the Sharpies, in Melbourne. They loved the Coloured Balls. Yeah, he went on to play with Billy Thorpe and other famous. Anyway, he was also in the Wild Cherries. That's Life, killer track, absolute killer, on the festival label. That would have been 67, yes, because see that cover that came in 1967. This is just a fraction of my Aussie stuff. Here's another one, Decimal Conversion, so that means this one was 1966. Just a Little Bit by Tony Worsley and the Blue Jays. Nice one. Like a lot of the stars in Australia, he was an English migrant. So many of them, so many. I mean, I'd say 8 out of 10 hit singles in Australia in the 60s, the singer or the whole band came from England, Holland. You did have full-on Aussie bands, which I'll show you in a minute, but there were lots and lots of them, and so we were blessed down here in a way, because we got all the good stuff from the UK, and we got most, if not all, except the small. Well, thank God for the stateside label, we got most of the Yank stuff as well, and then on top of that, we had our own thing, which had its own particular flavour, you would say. So we were very, very lucky. So moving on. To The Love Machine, that's the name of the song, by Pastoral Symphony, which was basically the Twilights, who were, this is a sort of a psych masterpiece, psychedelic, way over the top psychedelic shit. And it's got the not for sale sample record not for sale, which is the thing I love. I got to think about it. Okay, moving on to a Sydney boy from Hurstville, the mighty Ray Brown and the Whispers. Their version of Fool, Fool, Fool just destroys the original. And the B-side, Go to Him, is even better. I mean, some bands, very few bands, actually had great A and B sides. I won't run off who they are and who they aren't at this moment in time. But Ray Brown were one of those bands, Ray Brown and the Whispers, were one of those bands that most often the B side was actually better than the A side. That is quality. Good value for $1, you know, especially when it's hard to come by. Another great single by Ray Brown and the Whispers. Ain't It Strange? Heavy psych, full on stuff. But they're a surf band called the Nocturnes. I've got their first single here with a date stamp on it from 1962. And the Australian surf bands were great musos. I mean, Normie Rowe and the Playboys, for instance, were a huge band in Australia. And the Playboys became, they changed their name to Procession. And they had a bit of a hit in England with Black Sheep, R.I.P. But they were all surf bands. And they could play because it was all instrumental in those days. There was no vocals on most surf records. And so those Aussie bands that came up through 64, they all, basically most of them, just dropped the surf stuff and picked up a lead singer, quite often an immigrant from the UK. And it worked beautifully because these guys were seasoned musos, and the singers were, you know, like sometimes not so great, but they looked good, which was probably more important than anything else at the time. I'm waffling. It's early in the morning. I've had a triple strength coffee. I've had about 15 roll your owns, and I'm dying for another rollie. So, and the last one for today, Big Time Operator by the ID, also 1967. You can tell by the cover there. By the ID, Jeff St. John and the ID. Jeff St. John was a guy in a wheelchair. He had, you know, spina bifida or something like that. But he had this huge voice, you know, like the cliched Len Barry, Joe Barry, white man with a black man's voice and soul, you know. And so this guy, he died a couple of years ago, but huge voice. And this is a copy, what do you call it, a cover of someone's song. I'm sure it was a hit for somebody somewhere else. But this version is just killer, absolute killer stuff. My God. I was lucky to catch him a couple of times. And yes, it was the... I'll tell a quick story, one more Sharpie story, right? I saw, after the ID broke up, Jess and John formed a band called Copperwine, and I went to see them at Uptight number 2. The first Uptight got closed down after the Sharpies destroyed it. So they had Uptight 2 down at Central, down the real rough end of Sydney. I was upstairs, same as the original Uptight. So we went there, me and my mate, and Jeff St. John's spinning around the stage in his wheelchair, you know, doing wheelies and big voice, man. God, what a cock of wine, yeah. Anyway, there was a boy and girl fight started. It was really crowded, small place. And this guy started hitting this girl. I said, hey, mate, don't do that. And then she started, the old cliche, don't get involved in a boy and girl fight. So she starts having a go at me. Mind your own. So I said, mind my own business. So I grabbed the guy, right, and I kicked and threw him, and he fell. It was like he tumbled down the stairs, down into where these two big Maori bouncers were at the front door, and they didn't care why he'd been thrown down the stairs. They just picked him up and threw him outside in the street. And then there was a gang, the Sharpies used to hang around to try and kick the shit out of long hairs when they'd come out of discos and stuff. And there was the Sharpies were out in the street, and they couldn't believe their luck. So look, I threw him down the stairs. The Maoris threw him out in the street. Then the Sharpies gave him a kicking. Yeah, oh, God, oh, fuck, oh, pardon my French. I love Sydney, man. I miss it.